What? Hey guys, it's KADtheCuber, and as you can see, this isn't my traditional setup, and that is because I have moved into a new apartment now that I'm in university. So, I hope you like the setup, and get ready for a new batch of KADtheCuber content with the setup. So yeah. So today, we are talking about the Weilong V9. Now, the Weilong V9 is one of MoYu's new releases of 2023. The Weilong line is one of the best, if not the best, line of cubes that MoYu has released. So does the Weilong V9 live up to the Weilong name? Well, this cube definitely performs. And let's talk about what makes this cube good, and also some drawbacks that this cube has. So how does this cube feel? Well, in a word, I would call it bubbly. Now for comparison, I would say it's the opposite of a compact feeling, which I would say is a feature of the YS3M. Out of the box, it has quite a swifty and glidey feeling, but after lubing, it has a pretty nice and controllable feel. And I also think that the corner cutting in this cube is good, so I don't necessarily need to have an accurate turning style. So how did I set up this cube? So I essentially ended up with YoCube lubes, and I might have missed out on the D&M because I don't necessarily think it's essential. So let's talk about the features of the Weilong V9. One downside about this cube is that you're still gonna see the dual adjustment system. When this released, it was pretty revolutionary, but nowadays it is not living up to the technologies that cubes are coming out with. I do think that the spring compression system is good, but if there was a way to adjust the tensioning as well, that's something that cubers may also benefit from. Now, I have the maglev version, so this does use maglev, but if you want to get the special edition version, that comes with springs. In addition, this does not have adjustable magnets. When it comes to that, it's kind of like they took a step back because the Weilong WRM 2021 did have adjustable magnets, and for some reason they didn't include it in this cube. However, I do think the magnet strength is pretty reasonable, and it's not really overkill for me. Now, this also does have Ballcore, meaning that there are magnets on the corners that attract to magnets in the ball that's in the center of the cube, but not only that, it also has repelling magnets between the ball core and the edge pieces. At first, I said this in the boxing of this cube, I didn't really understand why they had it, but the repelling edge to ball core magnets do change the cube a bit. I like that it adds some weight to the cube, but I'm not entirely sure that the repelling mechanism is something that benefits me. But when you turn slowly, it's something that you can feel, and maybe in your solve, you might notice it in one shape or form, or in one way or another. What? What? Does that even help? Alright. Hey guys, so this is KADtheCuber, maybe like a couple months after recording the other parts of this video. Anyways, I wanted to spend some time comparing the Weilong, just the regular Weilong WRM V9 and the WRM V9 Special Edition. Hey guys, so I actually want to specify what I mean when I say something like regular or original WRM V9. When I say that, I'm referring to my Ballcore UV version. And of course, when I say special edition, I'm referring to the special edition version of the cube. The original one has a ball core and maglev, as well as repelling edge to ball core magnets on the edge pieces of this cube. What's different about the special edition is that it uses springs instead of maglev, and second, they don't have any magnets on the edge pieces that repel the ball core. Now, I can kind of see a pro and con for each of these cubes. I'd say the good thing about the regular WRM V9 that's better in a way than the special edition is that the weight of the magnets on the edge pieces kind of add overall weight to the cube. And so when you're turning, it's like there's more weight to the turn and just overall when you hold the cube. I'd say a pro in the special edition over the regular version is that you don't feel the repelling edge to ball core magnets. Now, I feel like for me, the repelling edge to Ballcore magnets can be kind of redundant. One way it could negatively affect someone is that it kind of gets in the way of the predictability of the cube. Like Phil, you would say, sometimes you feel like the turns aren't necessarily consistent. And a possible reason for that is because the repelling edge to Ballcore magnets are kind of pushing the turn to be complete. You might feel like your solves feel a bit, in a way, inconsistent. I guess it's kind of different with the special edition because you're not going to feel that repelling force in your turns because there are no edge to Ballcore magnets. I will say that a downside to this cube is that you're not going to feel exactly the same weight and momentous feeling as you would on the regular Weilong WRM V9. And I guess maybe sometimes I might feel like I wish it had more weight. When it comes to ranking them among the cubes released this year, I'd say it's one of the good ones. You know, nowadays I'm not really sticking with one cube. So there are 4 versions of this cube actually, which is the Weilong V9, Weilong V9 with maglev, Weilong V9 with Ballcore, maglev, and UV, and also the special edition Weilong V9. And the version that I have is the Ballcore and UV version, and that is $42.99 on thecubicle.com. Would I recommend getting this cube? I'd say if you are averaging maybe sub 10, you can consider this cube. But if you're a bit slower than that, then I wouldn't necessarily say that you need to get this cube. Moyu's YS3M is also a good option, in which you can get the Ballcore version for $25.99 without UV. It's not essential to get UV, so consider that. I will also spend some time talking about something that I have started to do, which is cubing coaching. Yes, so I have thought about becoming a coach, and I have advertised coaching in my Instagram a couple times. If any of you guys are willing and having me as your coach in 3x3, you can fill out the Google form in the link of this video, and I can reach out to you, and then we can talk about having me as your coach. I also want to mention that I am a primarily green cross solver, and so you can take that into account in choosing whether you want me as your coach. But you know, I can solve white too, not as fast, but you know, I could try coach people who solve primarily white. So your choice. And so yeah, don't forget the link will be in the description, so feel free to inquire about it if you're interested. And so yeah, that's the video. So that's it for my review for the Weilong WRM V9. If you enjoyed, please consider liking and subscribing, and don't forget to follow me on Instagram at KADtheCuber. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye. What was that?
Bye.